Good Sunday afternoon, everybody. June 12th, 2022. I'm glad to see you. I appreciate all of your continued support for the show and its 369th showing. Yay! So NBA Finals Game 4, we're going to chat that up. And we're also going to talk about other scores we have from the different sports that you love. But we're going to start the show with the NFL 32-32. The last team in the AFC East. God, it seems like we've been in this division forever. And it's going to be the Miami Dolphins. So put your feet up, get that popcorn ready, because episode 369 starts now. 369. No, sorry. No, I ain't gonna sing. Anyway, NFL 32-32, the Miami Dolphins. Let you guys know how I feel about what's going on over there. They didn't have many draft picks this year at all. The Fins were 9-8 in 2021's 17-game season. They were good, which was good enough for third place in the AFC East. Coach Brian Flores was fired the day after the regular season finale, which was the Miami Dolphins. They were victorious over the New England Patriots 33-24. You already know how I feel about the Dolphins GM Chris Greer, UMass alumni. Yeah. So you know Stephen Ross is kind of like, he said his job was okay. He said Greer's job was okay for now, but dude, he's pissed. And I think if something doesn't happen this year, I think Chris, bye-bye. I'm just saying, that's what I think's gonna happen. They had 2 straight drafts of nothing but fire. So it's not that he's not a good GM. I just think there's a bit of a struggle now, and Tua shouldn't be quarterback, but just my opinion. Head coach Mike McDaniel, this is his first head coaching gig. As far as other NFL experience, let me give you a little background on the former 49ers coordinator. Started his coaching career as an intern for the Shanahans and the Broncos in 2005. He proved smart, he had a vision, and a way in which he thought that offensive football should be. From 2006 to 2021, he was an assistant for the Texans, Redskins, Browns, Falcons, and the 49ers, which he was the eventual offensive coordinator. He's already appeared in 2 Super Bowls. That's with the Falcons in 2017. Wonder what happened there. And the 2020 San Francisco 49ers, who got swept. Anyway, his experience as a cup runneth over. And the time has finally come for him to be a head coach. Now let's see who the Fins drafted as we wrap up the AFC East today. 4 picks, like I said. Remember, a shit ton of picks were traded because of the Tyreek Hill situation. And the first pick they made was at 102 in the 4th round. So they didn't trade up like I assumed, like they normally do. But I know that they had to have seen something in these 4 players to grab them. That's all they could. Anyway, so here we go. 3rd round, 102nd overall, Channing Tindall, linebacker for Georgia. I think this was about as good as they could do here, honestly. Tindall, in my eyes, was a 4th or 5th rounder. To see him get taken here is, I guess, good, adequate. You know what I mean? Means they saw something else in him. His playing time increased in 2021, and the Bulldogs were eventually NCAA champions. He played on the defense with many stars, so he kind of sat on the depth chart for the beginning of his collegiate career. But like doing mop-up, cleanup duties in games when Georgia had won by the second quarter. 2021, he had extensive playing time. And as a total in 38 games, 15 in 2021, that was extensive play. He had 108 tackles, 16 of them went for a loss, 12 sacks, and I believe he needs time to develop as far as pass coverage is concerned. There are a couple other red flags, injuries. Is he going to be one of those Georgia guys that you got to get through your head? Like, yo, you got to do more than just downhill shit. So it's getting ready to be seen as far as that's concerned. But, 4th round, 125th pick overall, Eric Izukanma, wide receiver from Texas Tech. He went to high school in Texas as well. He's a real nasty receiver. He's actually better in high school than he was in college, which is weird. Last thing I'm going to do here is act like I know who the fuck Eric is. He was drafted 125th overall after. I mean, it didn't make my top 10 wideout list. I didn't even think it was the top 20. But he does have the tools to start in the NFL, and he can build off of everything that he's done already. He's not going to be Coach McDaniel's Deebo Samuel. That was very creative of him last year in San Francisco. Yeah, but I still think that if he can be consistent with his health and learn what it is to be a NFL wide receiver, I believe that eventually this guy can be a force to be reckoned with. You're going up against the NFC West, a couple secondaries that I think can get eaten up. And Eric and Izukanma can come in there, kind of be that two to Tyreek Hill's one as far as punches are concerned. He isn't the biggest. But he's the size that you like. 6'3", 220. He runs the 40 at 4.38, better than the 4.51 that was given to him on his Texas Tech Pro Day. Started his playing career at Texas Tech. Didn't see much action as a freshman, outside of playing in 2 games, 2 receptions, 2 touchdowns, 48 yards. The big playability that was often demonstrated before was when he played for Timber Creek High School, both offensively and on special teams. Not much else to say, other than in the spring of 2021 he broke his arm. So it was unsure that his senior season was going to be anything, or what it was going to look like. No worries though. He finished his collegiate career in 34 games with 138 catches, 2,165 yards, 15.7 yards a catch. Wow. 15 touchdowns as well to go with that. 2020 was named first team All Big 12, and in 2021 he was named second team All Big 12. To me, he pans out to be a wide receiver 2 at best, but likely a 4th or 5th. He's going to come out and start on special teams right away until he kind of figures out what his role is on this Miami Dolphins team. 7th round, 224th overall, Cameron Good, outside linebacker from Cal. This dude spent like 6 years in college, honestly. Don't know too much about him other than the fact that he is a good size for a weak side linebacker, and the fact that he stayed in school for 6 years. He was a member of his team for that long. Redshirted as a true freshman and finished his collegiate career with 171 tackles, 36.5 tackles for loss, 21 sacks. In 2021, he's a redshirt senior. Not really sure how that works out, but not. I'm not sure if he's going to make the team. But I've been told that, to do some light research on him and his collegiate career before I can jump to conclusions about a guy like this, because you don't really know his story. He was in the league for 6 years. He was in college for 6 years. So it's going to be interesting to see what I can find out about him. And if you're a Dolphins fan, Cameron Good is his name. Linebacker from Cal, weak side linebacker, outside linebacker, whatever you want to call him. 7th round, 247th overall, and this is where the Tua haters are going to start to get their boners. Skylar Thompson, he's a quarterback out of Kansas State. 6'2", 223, runs a 4.9 40, so that's like, wowzers, right? Drafted very late, but he is the 3rd quarterback the Dolphins have on their roster behind Teddy Bridgewater, who is better than Tua. No matter how it's cut. So honestly, this team should be his. They should have traded Tua, tried to get what they could via the draft, and then just had Teddy as their starter, and their insurance as their backup would be Skylar Thompson, as we're talking about right now. It's unclear to me if he's going to be a practice squad guy or maybe the eventual replacement, if he can even climb up that mountain. But the Dolphins fans are excited anyway about him. I looked on Twitter. And boy, these motherfuckers are going crazy because for some reason no one likes the left-hander. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for this edition of NFL's 32 and 32, the Miami Dolphins. Let me know if you liked it in the comments section, and we will continue on with this episode. We're going to talk about the NBA Finals. Game 4, Golden State 107, Boston 97. The series is tied 2-2, and I believe Monday night is when the next game is. Yeah, Monday night, I believe. Tomorrow, yeah. Anyway, now, what do we say about this series? I want Golden State to win. I really think that Boston's going to win. Specifically, if Tatum can get more consistency to that shooting, and it's scoring just more than 25 a game. You know what I mean? And kind of separate himself from the rest of the team as far as who I think and many other people think that he can be as a player. But yes, Golden State 107, Boston 97. Major League Baseball, Boston over Seattle 4-3. Philly over Arizona 7-5. The Yanks over the Cubs 2-1. Toronto over Detroit 10-1. Kansas City over Baltimore 8-1. Miami beat Houston 7-4. Minnesota 9. Tampa Bay 4. St. Louis 2. Cincy nothing. White Sox 8. Rangers 3. Mets 7. Angels 3. The Padres 9. Colorado Rockies 0. Wow. San Francisco 7. LA Dodgers 2. And that is it for Major League Baseball. NCAA Baseball now. Number 8, East Carolina University Pirates beat Texas 13-7. Texas was ninth in the country, Rob. Oklahoma over Virginia Tech 5-4. That was an upset. Number 4, Virginia Tech Hokies couldn't fucking do it. Notre Dame over number 1 Tennessee 8-6. Wow. And Texas A&M over Louisville 5-4. That's it for NCAA Baseball. Now on to the WNBA. The Commissioner's Cup was a series of 3 games. Chicago versus Connecticut, New York versus Indy, and Seattle versus Dallas. Now let's go. Chicago beat Connecticut 83-79. New York over Indy 97-83. And Seattle over Dallas by a point 89-88. Uh-oh. That's it for the WNBA. Ooh, 2 more. Washington over Minnesota 76-59, and Phoenix over Atlanta 90-88. Now for real, that's it for the WNBA. NHL Eastern Conference Finals Game 6. Tampa Bay leads the series 3-2. Tonight is Game 6 is tonight. I really feel like Tampa Bay is going to do it tonight. End it and go on to face the Colorado Avalanche in the Stanley Cup Finals. But that remains to be seen. Thank you very much, everybody. We have 48 subscribers on YouTube, and I would like to thank you for your continued support of the show as well. We want to try to make it grow, though, so please continue to tell a friend that 413 Sports Talk is the best sports show ever. Love you all. Wishing up and health, wealth, and success. We got some announcements in a big episode on Monday, tomorrow, 370. So don't miss it. And I can't wait to see you then. Have a great day. Have a good night.